So after years of debating and theorizing and questioning if this partnership was ever going to happen, it seemed like last night that forbidden door that has always been proclaimed as forbidden didn't just open, but it got knocked the F down. The reason why I bring up the Forbidden Door because last night at AEW's Beach Break, after the conclusion of the main event between Jon Moxley and Death Triangle, Pac and Rey Fenix, taking on the Good Brothers and Kenny Omega with the Invisible Hand, Don Callis, by their side, we saw the man known as Kenta, not Hideo Itami, but Kenta. Now, obviously, this past weekend, Moxley did attack Kenta at one of their few New Japan shows leading up to their next big show coming up this February, known as New Beginning. And so, Kenta decided to return the favor. And he did that by showing up to AEW Dynamite and attacking Jon Moxley, who is not the AEW World Champ, but he is the IWGP US Champion, and we all know the whole story. He's been champion for a whole year. Well, today, Dave Meltzer confirmed, and we all know Dave Meltzer, he's one of the big wrestling journalists in the wrestling community, and he confirmed that the New Japan and AEW partnership is happening. It's real. And as of last night, the New Japan and AEW started, thus opening, or like I say, knocking down the Forbidden Door. Now, a lot of people have been giving their opinion. Most of the wrestling fans was on social media fired up and are still fired up over this partnership over New Japan and AEW. Now, I'm one of those fans who have absolutely no problem with this AEW and New Japan partnership. Now, I know there were others, trust me, there were others that did have a problem with the AEW and New Japan partnership and didn't like how Kenta showed up and didn't think it was going to be right and, just people saying that stuff. But here's why I think this AEW, New Japan, and Impact relationship will be good. Now, obviously, a lot of people are saying that they're gonna take down the WWE. Yeah, they're gonna join together. These wrestling companies are gonna get together. They're gonna march to Stamford, Connecticut. They're gonna take down Vince McMahon. They're gonna take down the empire that Vince McMahon has built, guys. And now this is my opinion. Now I know everyone's saying, the WWE's in trouble. The WWE's gonna be put out of business, guys. The WWE, and I've been saying this too, and I'm not even a WWE mark. I'm not. But when it comes to marketing, when it comes to mainstream attraction, the WWE is at the top of the list. Now, when it comes to professional wrestling, WWE doesn't really focus on that. If you want to see pro wrestling WWE, you're gonna have to watch mainly NXT and NXT UK for that. WWE is mainly for sports entertainment, and we have seen how over decades, how sports entertainment combined with wrestling has helped the WWE. Look what literally happened just a few weeks ago. The WWE signed a $1 billion, not a million, $1 billion deal with Peacock just to get their network on Peacock for $1 billion. Just proving that Vince McMahon is, if not the biggest businessman in professional wrestling. You can say how he holds talent back, and trust me, he does. You can say all this stuff about Vince, but what you can't take away from Vince is that the man is a genius. He is a genius, and look where that's led to him. Taking WWE from a small, out-of-shape company into a global, worldwide phenomenon. But this is not about the WWE. You see, last night was about change. Last night was about getting and opening up that forbidden door that many professional wrestling fans have been wanting to see get open for a very long time now. And as of last night, that forbidden door, like I just said, has been opened. So this is good. This is really good. Now, I know others was like saying like, how was Kenta able to get into the States? How was he able to get to AEW? So for those who don't know, Kenta actually resides in Orlando, Florida. So he still lives in Orlando, Florida, even after he left NXT. So he can still come to, so he was obviously able to easily get in the States. And, you know, he was able to get into the, you know, he was able to get into Jacksonville, and he was able to show up for AEW Dynamite. Speaking of next week's AEW Dynamite, Kenta will be on the show. He and Kenny Omega will be teaming up to take on Lance Archer and Jon Moxley in a Falls Count Anywhere, like anything goes. So that's going to be a really great tag team match, main event next week, and good for Lance Archer. So pretty good for Lance Archer. He's also getting an opportunity. You guys know how much I was a fan of Lance Archer. But like I said, man, this AEW New Japan, dude, and even this Impact, man, the dream matches are endless now. I mean, think about it. We get Orange Cassidy versus Yano. We could potentially get Kazuchika Okada versus Kenny Omega Part 5. We can get Hiroshi Tanahashi. The Young Bucks, the Bullet Club. That's the main. I think that's the main big storyline that they need to do. Like the first main storyline they need to do with New Japan AEW. Run the Bullet Club station back. Once the states start opening up, get Bullet Club in there. Get Jay and God. Have them show up to AEW Dynamite and just have them beat the absolute shit out of Omega and show the world that they are the true Bullet Club members. That they are the true Bullet Club OGs. As Tama Tonga, who is a really good heel. I love Tama Tonga. That's my guy. But, yeah, man, so this video, I just wanted to mostly talk about this AEW New Japan partnership and just get my thoughts on it. Hopefully Impact's not going to screw Kazuchika Okada over, because that's the main reason why New Japan didn't want to do business, especially with Impact, because we all know what they did to Okada. But if you didn't know, now you know. So, yeah, man, so this is going to be good, man. I know also, and this is going to be the last thing I touch, again, there were fans that wasn't too keen on this. There were fans saying, well, this is not going to draw. What's the big dealio behind this? What's the goal here? Like, what's the goal here? And I think the goal that AEW and New Japan are trying to do, they're trying to make the wrestling fans happy, because we've seen it last night. The wrestling world was buzzing last night. And I think that's what AEW wants to do, and New Japan and Impact wants to do. Instead of fighting each other, let's come together and let's just put on a professional wrestling show for all the fans are going to enjoy. And think about it. You were happy last night. So this is not about, because of my personal opinion, I don't think taking down WWE should be the main priority, because, again, WWE is too big of a company to take down. And I even said this when I talked about what AEW and Impact, with their little relationship. So as much as I know a lot of you want to see WWE get taken down, it's just too big of a company to take down. The WWE is going to have to take itself out if it's really going to go out of business. But again, this is for wrestling fans, and instead of talking about how we're going to put the E out of business, let's just be happy that this partnership is happening, because these partnerships, they could be like, screw it. We don't got to do a partnership. We don't have to come together. We don't have to put on this super big show, World War battle for all you guys. So, just enjoy it, people. So let's enjoy this, because we've been waiting for years, for about a year now, since AEW, for this forbidden door to be open, and now that it's clearly confirmed that it's happening and it's been open, let's enjoy it as wrestling fans. So let's enjoy it, people. Anyways, like I said, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, DC Wrestling. I put out a lot of content, and I know, like, last night I didn't really give a review, obviously, because I was so shocked because Kenta showed up. But yeah, so I just want to give my thoughts on the AEW New Japan. But yeah, so yeah.